Chapter 4, Installation and Configuration of Moodle. In this chapter we will begin with where you can download the Moodle packages, copy the files into the proper folders, start the installation process, do the configuration and make a final check.
Right now Ubuntu is installed, the lamp is running. We have to just install the Moodle platform. Therefore we have to download it, copy the PHP files into the Apache folder, make some configurations, and just run it. Let's look for the Moodle platform. There we have it already. Okay, we will want to download the latest version of Moodle, which is 2.2.1. Okay, it's always the same. We get some, so save file. It's a 30 megabyte file, it will take a while. In the meanwhile, I open the Apache folder. I run the ksu nautilus command because I need the superduper rights to access the Apache folder. This is not bothering us at the moment. The folder is at var .......... So we have access to this folder right now. Before we can copy it in the Moodle into this folder, we have to unpack it. I will unpack it first on the desktop and then just copy it into the .......... folder. Takes a while because we are in the virtual machine in a... Okay, here's Moodle. Just move it here. Copying is done. Now let's try if we can access the Moodle platform via Firefox browser. Let's go for localhost. Yeah. Works, and to have access to the Moodle, we have just to enter Moodle. Okay, looks good. Yeah, with the first access, it's automatically starting the install routine. But we are in, and we will continue installing the Moodle platform. We will continue with the installation. Here you can choose language which Moodle will use. You can change the language later on as well, but you can choose the main language right now. We will stay with English. Moodle is asking you if you already made the directories on the file system on the server. Yeah, the first two are already existing. Localhost Moodle is the web address, it's working. .......... Moodle, it's already existing. Var Moodle data is not existing. In Moodle data, Moodle will store all the files which you are uploading when you making courses. So we have to create it. Yeah, and we will see what's happening. Okay, it cannot be created by installer. There we have some permission problems. You can change the permission with just by properties, permissions. We have to change it so that the Apache server has access to these files as well. The user of Apache is .......... data, and he has to have access, create and delete files. So we have to apply permission to the enclosed files, and right now it should be fine. Yeah, it is. Right now we have to configure the database connection. We use MySQL. Here, the database host. Database name is Moodle, that's all okay. We have just to enter the root, user and the password and confirm. So he wants to store the configuration, but he can't. Why can't he? The problem is here on the .......... Moodle. This folder was created by the root because we entered as the root user. So we have to also give the Apache user, which is the .......... data, rights to alter this folder. Because otherwise he can't change, he can't delete, he can't do anything in here. So apply permission to the enclosed folders. Okay. Let's go back and forth to be sure about that. And it's done. So here we have to confirm that this is a free software and other legal issues. So at the moment we are waiting and he's checking the PHP extensions, which we can see some ones are missing, like CURL, XML, RPC, GD, ENTL are missing. So we have to install them. I will use right now the terminal and will use the apt-get install command. Yeah? If you are not sure about the commands, you can always look into Google and just, for instance, by entering apt-get and the terminology like INTL, you will get immediately the correct line to enter. First I will change to super user, and then I have to enter apt-get install PHP 5 INTL. Then we have to enter sudo apt-get install the PHP 5 XML RPC. Then we miss, you can do it just like this way, the GD. And finally the CURL. Reload and see if everything is fine. Yeah. Oh, the CURL. Okay, let's give it one more try. Maybe we restart the Apache server. No, right now it's okay. So we can continue. At the moment the system is creating all the tables in the MySQL database. Takes a while, takes 1 or 2 minutes. Right now we have to configure the administrative user. So we have to define a password. The password has some policy, means at least 8 characters, 1 digit, and 1 lowercase letter, and at least 1 uppercase letter, and at least 1 non-alphanumeric character. We have just to find a password which is actually suiting there. Invent one. Please take down this password. You mustn't lose it, because otherwise you can't access your server. Okay. Admin has an email address. admin@moodle.com. Vienna. The country is Austria. And up the profile. Okay, there we give the site the name. This is Moodle local. You can change it afterwards always. Here we go. We are on the Moodle homepage. So what I want to show you right now, how to access from outside. We have access on the web server, but I want to see if we have access to Moodle. Looks good. It seems like the server can't find the CSS files. It's because here the name is different. We have the port inside there, so we have to do some changes. Therefore, we have to go into the Moodle folder and find the config PHP file. So here it is, and open it with an editor. So here we have the access to the database, and here we have what's the name of the root. Here you can see HTTP localhost Moodle. So if we introduce there 1080 and save it, the access from outside should be fine. It's fine now. So it's important to find one unique name for your Moodle web page, because if you do it inside, yeah, that's the problem right now what we have here. We can't have access inside in the virtual machine anymore. Okay, but you have to find it out for yourself. What's your main URL you want to access, and this is the name you have to define here at the root. Okay, thank you for joining us installing the Moodle platform, and I hope every one of you is now able to install Moodle